One thing you won't hear from any of the instructors in this week is the right answer and the wrong answer. That's why we're just, asking you to think about all these trade-offs, and you've got to make the decision. This is why you get paid so handsomely.
I'm here at the wilderness training, at the Carhart wilderness training, because as I'm learning the duties of an outdoor recreation planner, all this stuff is going to be very pertinent to what I'm doing.
It's a temporal effect. We know that it's going to impact the wilderness environment. It's going to be some duration of time. So as a manager, I really struggle in my head of what's the big deal?
I'm Jay Frederick. I'm with the U.S. Forest Service. I'm the Beaver and Deer Lodge National Forest. I'm here at the wilderness training, wilderness stewardship training, because number one, I think wilderness is a huge resource for us and something we need to manage and protect into the future. And I'm excited about learning more about what other folks are doing.
Also, as I put together publications and different products to promote BLM Wilderness and other NLCS units, it's really important to understand what wilderness is and how it's different from other units and designations.
I'm Chris Grove. I'm the Middle Fork District Ranger from the Salmon Challis National Forest. I'm working on one of the largest wilderness areas in the lower 48. I do not have any formal wilderness training up until this point, and so my expectation is to kind of get some idea, a better idea of how all the laws interrelate, and I want to see what other folks are doing on their wilderness areas and how they're dealing with some of the challenges that I'm also facing on the Salmon Challis.
The district I work on is approximately 90% wilderness, and I have found that that it plays into just about every management decision that we make.
Everything in wilderness is complicated. It's not easy. And probably the bottom line conclusion that I've come away with from working on wilderness character for a lot of years in the past is that wilderness is a challenge. And that's why I like it. It's an intellectual, it's a management challenge.
I've also found that working on minimum requirements analysis, it's complicated, it's very subjective, both at the interdisciplinary team level and at the decision maker level as well. And I've always wondered if that's okay. So being at this course has helped me to understand that it is okay, that there's no right or wrong answer.
You really have to know your area. Know the visitation, know the kinds of opportunities that are present.
I have lots of training. I've gotten lots of training through my work, but it's usually from the advocacy perspective and how we get areas designated as wilderness. And so it's been really interesting to, both see what training people in the BLM receive and see what they go through and all of the different things they have to consider. I end up writing a lot of bills and setting a lot of boundaries and being one of the people who has to consider where we want to put those boundaries, and I think it's made me a lot more sensitive to how that's going to affect the people who have to eventually manage it, and how we can do that most effectively. So kind of in comparison to my other trainings I've received, this has been really practical